After further review, this is the Fantasy Football Blitz.
Do you know who I am?
Powered by whotostart.com.
Who the hell are you?
Whotostart.com.
Hello.
The Fantasy Football Blitz.
Who the buttons?
This is the Fantasy Football Blitz, powered by whotostart.com on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 104.5ESPN.com.
Let's do it. Before you set your fantasy roster, get personalized fantasy football advice from our friends at who2start.com. That's the numeral 2. They're on Twitter at who2start. Darren Teakin's with us. How are you, Darren?
Doing well. How are you?
Very well. Let's get the promo code out of the way first so I don't forget again. What do people punch in at whotostart.com if they want the discount?
We still got that 2-win, the number 2, W-I-N, and that'll help you win.
2-win. That's the numeral 2, W-I-N. And it's 10% discount, right?
That is correct.
Get on it. Tonight, Giants, Redskins, people in these parts love Odell Beckham. What are you projecting for tonight's ball game?
Yeah, OBJ is pretty much the only thing that the Giants have going good for them right now. So, obviously, if he's on your roster, he's in your lineup tonight for sure.
On the other side, anything from the Redskins that people should keep an eye on?
Yeah, a name that's been in the news quite a bit here this week is Matt Jones from the Florida region. He is going to be getting a lot more carries. He just looks a lot faster than Alfred Morris does. Obviously, Alfred Morris had a pretty big game week 1, and then the tables kind of turned, and Morris gave way to Jones, who looked absolutely electric. So look for the Redskins offense to use him a little bit more tonight. So if you're looking for a nice little flex play in PPR leagues, Jones is a guy you got to look at. What
do people do if they had Tony Romo as their starting quarterback? What are some options legitimately?
Well, obviously, hopefully your team is deep enough where you can make a trade for maybe an underperforming Andrew Luck. Go figure. Or maybe a guy like Nick Foles, especially this week. We really like Nick Foles against Pittsburgh. Of course, your plan C or your plan B, I guess you could call it, would try to get Brandon Weeden, who's not a terrible quarterback. Obviously, he doesn't have the weapons with Dennis Bryant, but that couple of offenses still going to be pretty good with Terrence Williams and Jason Witten. So your backup to your backup has got to be Brandon Weeden.
Top 5 quarterbacks, what are you projecting this week?
More of the same at the top. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Definitely love Carson Palmer, red hot against the Niners. Ben Roethlisberger against the Rams, and of course Matt Ryan going to Dallas to face the Cowboys. I also like some rookies, Marcus Mariota. Actually, it's not a rookie, but Tyrod Taylor, who's getting the start for Buffalo these days. At Miami should have a pretty good game as well.
Let's get to some questions. Here's one via text. This is kind of a who to sit, actually. Giving you 3, needs 2 of LaShawn McCoy, Matt Forte, and Latavius Murray. Who you sitting?
Well, McCoy is a little banged up right now, so I would say as of Thursday afternoon, unless we hear that his I think it's his hamstring or whatever is ailing him is 100%. I think he's got the guy you gotta bench. If that changes tomorrow afternoon, maybe you reevaluate.
PPR, need to start 2. Blunt, Blue, Sproles, and Kyrie Robinson.
I think you got to sit Blue. Just I don't trust that Houston offense at all. Kyrie Robinson's not really getting a ton of carries, but with Drew Brees' shoulder dinged up, maybe they get him involved a little bit more. So I think you got to sit Blue there.
Who to start? Flex, PPR League. Marcus Colston, Lance Dunbar, or C.J. Spiller?
Kind of like we just talked about, getting the running game a little bit more on track for the Saints. I think Spiller, coming off that knee scope or whatever he had done, I think this is the week that he probably gets a little bit more involved. So in PPR formats, we like him a lot.
Here's one from Cade. Says Eddie Lacy is iffy. Pick 2, Lamar Miller, Matt Jones, or Bishop Sankey.
I think you got to go Sankey and Jones there. I think Lamar Miller is dinged up as well, so you got to get those other 2 guys in there.
Fantasy Blitz, Darren Teatkin, who2start.com. That's the numeral 2, getting you personalized fantasy football advice. Who to start? Standard league needs a flex spot. It's got Terrence Williams, Bishop Sankey, and David Johnson.
I think in the standard format, you always kind of want to chase the touchdown. That is, try to get the guy that you think is going to score. Obviously, you don't really have a crystal ball, but I think in this case, Terrence Williams is probably your guy as the de facto number one for the Cowboys here. So I think you go Williams there.
Ryan asks, Matt Jones, Melvin Gordon, Joseph Randall as a flex in a standard league. Who to start?
Yeah, well, we like him a little bit more in a PPR format, but we're all over Matt Jones tonight. So we have him ranked as our 22nd running back as the PPR ranking goes, but we definitely like Jones tonight.
From Dallas, Ballmer, Eifert or Graham? Who to start?
Well, we loved Jimmy Graham this week. I think this is the week that, there's been rumblings that he has, quote-unquote, isn't happy with his role there in Seattle. I think this is the week that they get things rolling. They're at home. That crowd is going to be crazy, and obviously the Bears' defense is just absolutely terrible. I think LSU could actually beat them right now.
LSU's rolling pretty good, man. Might not shock a lot of people.
Yeah.
PPR league, Crowell or Cooks?
Boy. Drew Brees' shoulder really, really scares me. I own him in a couple of leagues, but I still kind of got to hold out hope that Cooks is going to be good this week. So I think you plug Cooks in there and just hope that Brees' shoulder is good. Who
to start, Jonathan Stewart or Amir Abdullah?
Love Abdullah this week, especially in PPR formats. He's going to be super, super busy against the Broncos. We have him as a top 10 PPR back this week.
Nice. Couple of more. Is Dante Moncrief a one-game wonder or a solid start this week?
Maybe, kind of in the middle, I guess. He's definitely not a one-game wonder. I don't know if he's going to be a solid start, but we do have him as the number 19 wide receiver, so definitely worthy of starting if you're starting more than one wide receiver, which most leagues do. So, he's a good start this week, and definitely like him long-term as well.
Hale asks, PPR, who to start, Terrence Williams, Devontae Adams, or Travis Benjamin?
I think Benjamin may be better suited for to be starter with Johnny Manziel at the helm. They're switching back to Josh McCown, so things might get a little bit more boring for the Brown offense. So I think you got to play Terrence Williams there.
He is Darren Tietgen, who2start.com. That's the numeral 2. Get personalized fantasy football advice. You can plug in the code 2WIN. That's the numeral 2, WIN, to get a 10% discount. Trying to get you out with an off-the-wall one. How about this one from our friend Patrick, who says, who to start? Chief J. Strongbow or Sergeant Slaughter?
Is this a wrestling question?
I think so, yeah. Was Chief J. Strongbow a real wrestler?
Man, I don't even know, but I just...
I know the reference from the movie Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'm still going Sergeant Slaughter just because I like the name.
All right. I remember, WrestleMania 7, Sergeant Slaughter lost to Hulk Hogan and shot him in the face with a fire extinguisher. Bad news bears there, man. I think that's set up like the blindfold match, maybe. I don't know. That's going back 25 years. Either way, Darren Tietgen, who2start.com. Appreciate it, man, as always.